You know, you had one run-in with him though that you may have forgotten about now. He'd always touch your left shoulder,
Right.
and how did you find out what that meant?
Oh my God, that was terrible actually when I found that out because I was still going to church every day at that time, and I came out of church, and the religious store is still there. Anybody that in New York area or visits New York, right next to Ferrara's is a Catholic store that was opened 100 years ago. So I know it that long. I used to go to DiPaolo's right across the street with my grandfather. That's still there yet, the cheese shop. There's very few things that are still the same in Little Italy. So in that window of the religious store, I saw a hunchback with the logorna. I mean, most people know the horns or the horn that people wear around their neck for the baud. It's like for the Malokia. For people who are not Italian, it was to keep off the evil spirits. So I saw this one. I never saw it before in my life. So I went in and I said, Joseph, what's this? He says, this is, we just got them in. They're from Sicily. I said, how come there's a hunchback guy on the horn? He said, oh, the Sicilians are very superstitious. They feel touching a cripple gets luck. So I'm thinking, that's what this guy was doing to me. And I didn't know because I knew him as, Frank Costello. I didn't know he was Sicilian, but he changed his name because of the Irish to, not to be associated. And
Costello's an Irish name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was running Tammany Hall with all the politicians. That's why even the line in The Godfather, because I had this conversation with Mario Puzo. I said, how did you get these lines? Because a lot of these people I already knew.
Yeah, Puzo wrote the book, for those who are unaware.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I take too much for granted. Mario Puzo wrote the book, The Godfather, which happens to be its 50th anniversary. And on my desk, I believe in sevens and numerology, I have the 21st book. It's on my desk. It's got the dust cover on it. You wouldn't think it's even...
I can see it from where I'm sitting right now.
It's 50 years old.
Yeah.
And I said to him, how did you get all these nuances of all these guys? He said, well, that was the problem, because a very good friend of mine, also I still know his son, and the Pafacis, and they owned Calavita. They're all legitimate people. He was the guy who was the olive oil king. So when they encompassed that, Vito Corleone brought the olive oil in, that was about him. Then when they said in the sit-down meeting, you have all these politicians and everybody in your pocket, but you don't share them, that was Costello, because he had all of that. So he took bits and pieces. Carlo Gambino actually was the backdrop for the character.
Right. And a lot of people might not even know these direct references.
I know, that's what's so
which is fascinating.
Okay. So all these references were true references, and that's why Carlo Gambino had the tomato garden in Brooklyn at his house, where he got buried at it, basically. But
did you you wound up confronting Costello about him touching you, though? I mean, you're a 12-year-old kid talking to arguably the most powerful gangster in the United States, and you're chewing him out.
Yeah, you had some goods there.
Oh, what I did is I bought, because now I'm taking the train uptown, and outside the train stations, as they still do now, they have all these vendors. So I saw these rabbit foots. They had rabbit foots, turquoise and purple. So I was going to get the most ostentatious color I could find. And I did. I got a pink one, I think, or a chartreuse color. And I put it in my pocket. And I'm waiting for him to come. And here he comes. So he goes, like he always does, touches me on the shoulder. And this was before he gave me the job.
Right.
And in fact, thank you for reminding me of this, Pat, because this is a great lead-in. That's why he knew that basically I had the collunes or the balls, what everybody wants to know, that this kid is definitely Angelo Russo.
This probably helped you, what you're about to tell the listeners, this probably helped you get this job with Costello.
Yeah, it did. Now, I mean, I didn't, and again, I thank you for reminding me, because it's an important lesson too, that, you just don't cow down to people and let them use you. They have to respect you, and at that early age. So now he comes and he touches me, and I move my shoulder. He says, what's the matter with you? I said, don't touch me. He said, why? I said, I got you a gift. I pulled it out. It was a rabbit's foot. He said, what's this? I said, next time you need luck, stick this up your ass. Don't touch me.
Mr. Costello.
Mr. Costello.
Right.
And Blackie was going to make a move on me. He said, no.
Oh, my gosh.
And I said, I can't believe you did this to me. I thought you really liked me. He said, where'd you get this from? I said, I just saw the Logorn down at the religious store in Little Italy, and there's a hunchback on it. And they told me Sicilians, which I didn't even know you were Sicilian, touched cripples for luck. Is that what you were doing? And I caught him off guard. He didn't know what to say, because that's what he was doing.
Right.
And that's how I got the job.
Wow. That worked out for you.
No, but then he said, you got to be Angelos.
Right.
You know.
There's got to be the connection
You got to
there.
be part of that blood.